This is the dough that we've laminated. We've put in 3 double turns. Just gonna put a little bit of flour on the bench. For the final product, we want to roll this to about 2 to 3 millimeters. This makes a great pie lid or puff pastry for a mille feuille. To bake a pastry for the mille feuille, now I've got 2 trays here. Gently transfer the dough onto the tray. If you do have a pastry docker, you probably don't, you can just dock it like this, or just use a fork. This is going to ensure an even puff and that we don't have these big billowy sheets of puff pastry. Because I'm fancy, we're going to caramelize the puff pastry. This just gives it a nice extra bit of crunch and insulation. We'll then place another piece of parchment paper on top, followed by that heavier steel tray. And then this can go in the oven. So after 20 minutes in the oven, we should be able to remove the tray, and it is nicely and quite fully baked, golden across the top. And then we return this to the oven. I'm going to trim, and then using a gentle sawing motion, just cut through the puff pastry with a serrated knife. So when we stack these 3 pieces of puff, they're the same width. We can just very lightly trim the edges. So I'm making the creme mousseline. We've got creme patissiere in the back made with coconut milk. I'm going to mix it first just to smooth it out. And then on low, I'm going to add our warm coconut oil. Now, with this beautiful, lightened but rich cream, I'm putting this into a piping bag. You can put in a large nozzle or just cut the tip off. I'm going to just pipe nice, thick lines across the edges. We place our middle layer directly on top, just pressing it so the cream bulges very slightly on the sides. And then we continue our piping. Now we can just run our palette knife along the edge. And then the final step is just pressing that crumbed finish along the edges, leaving the top clean for some icing sugar. And now we have a beautiful coconut mille feuille. So after 30 minutes in the fridge, it takes on a slightly set texture that allows you to cut through the puff pastry and cream without destroying the cake, and you get a beautiful, just set texture, crispy pastry.